Hey, what's going on, weirdos? What's up, guys? Outside again. The patio videos seem to be popular with you guys, so we'll keep doing them. We'll keep doing them in the afternoon. Why not? Summertime. Well, it's not summertime yet, but it's getting warm out. So that's what we're gonna do, guys. So listen, a couple of things I wanted to briefly talk about here. First one is sell orders, right? Now, I get asked a lot, especially over on the Patreon. We cover exit strategies and profit taking and stuff like that. How to do this stuff. When is it good to do it and stuff like that. And I always stress to you guys that this is one of the key reasons you have to always be paying attention to what's going on in the markets on a daily basis. This is not a set it and forget it type situation. And I'm going to tell you why right now, right? Why that can burn you, right? Because it happened to a lot of people yesterday, and I got contacted by quite a few people because they got burned yesterday, because they decided that it would be a good idea to set sell orders ahead of time, right? Like way ahead of time, months ahead of time, right? And I often say bad idea, right? Bad idea. Because something can happen when you're not paying attention, when you're sleeping, when you're at work, whatever the case might be. Or even when you're sitting right there, it can happen right in front of your face. There's nothing you can do about it, okay? So, again, what we're doing when it's time to take profits over on the Patreon is we do a live group video call for about 12 to 15 hours a day, right? And that way everyone is able to come in, everyone is able to chat and figure out when they should be taking profits, how to take profits, how to roll those profits into other things, and so much more, right? And the reason you need to do that, and the reason you need to be paying attention, is because I got contacted by about 7 people yesterday. Yesterday. And the thing is that Zebek's chart, right? Out of nowhere, pumped up over what 200 plus percent in a matter of like 15-20 seconds or something like that, and then all the way back down again, right? What do you think happened when that played out? A lot of sell orders filled, right? A lot of preset sell orders that people set and forgot that they had set, and their orders automatically filled on them because of it, and now they have to buy into Zebek at higher prices, right? Because they missed out on that opportunity. They missed out on their entry points. And I know you may be sitting there going, well, what's the big deal? They got to take profits. Not anywhere near as much profits as they would have made because they got in at super low prices. And then they ended up having their sell orders filled way before they would have wanted them to, right? So that is why, guys, it's not a great idea to set sell orders way ahead of time and forget that you did it, because those people played themselves. It's unfortunate. But again, guys, this is why we have an educational community over on the Patreon. This is just one example of all of the bad things that can happen to you in this space if you don't have the proper training and education to succeed. That's what we do over on the Patreon is we create better traders and better investors in this space. People who have the patience, the mindset, and the training to succeed, not to make these kinds of little mistakes that cost you tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? So come on over, guys, to the Patreon, join the community. We can get you trained properly. We can make sure that you have an exit strategy, and we can make sure when the time comes that you know when and how you should be taking profits, and how to identify other projects that would be a good idea to roll those profits into, and also how to pay yourself strategically so that you walk away from this market cycle no matter what with life-changing wealth in your bank account, right? So there's that. And then the other thing I kind of wanted to talk about was market manipulation, right? And I know that, sometimes, I come down a little bit harder on some content creators because they use market manipulation as their crutch for every video that they make, right? They start calling these these market manipulators, they see these mystery lizard people that are, mysteriously, doing this, that, and the other thing. And, that's why every single move in the market does what it does. No, guys, sometimes market action is just market action. And like a dump is in the charts. It's what's, what the TA says is going to happen, or a macroeconomic situation plays out, right? A lot of times, most of the time, half the time, that's the situation. So it's not 100% of the time that there's some lizard person that's, mystery, manipulating the charts, and that's lazy, easy stuff to blame in every video, to blame some mystery person you can't point at, and that's why the market did the opposite of what some content creator said it was going to do, right? It's lazy, in my opinion. But there is heavy manipulation in saying that in these markets, and I want you to understand that, because people ask me about swing trades and stuff like that all the time, especially with no experience. If you don't know how to do technical analysis, if you don't know how to do TA, guys, you should not be trying to swing trade things. You don't even know how to read a chart. Why are you trying to swing trade something, right? See, the problem is that people they say, well, Zebek pumped. And I had a conversation with someone over on the Patreon today. We did some one-on-one coaching calls. And I had this conversation with someone today. We were laughing about it because some people will, they'll see Zebek pump 20-25% or something like that. And they'll say, well, I'm going to sell it, and then I'm going to wait for it to correct. I'm going to buy more, right? I'll have more. And I mean, when you say it out loud, it sounds like a fantastic idea, right? And it may work. It may work a couple of times, right? The problem is, what ends up happening is you end up developing a habit of doing that, right? Because you did it and it was successful. You did it and it was successful. You did it and it was successful. And then all of a sudden, what ends up happening one day is you do it with your long-term bags, something like ZBAC or Jasmine or Onyx Coin or Swift Coin or whatever, right? And so you sell at a 20, 25, 30% pump, and you're like, I'll buy back again at the bottom when it dips. And then it just doesn't dip anymore. And then it just moonshots. And then you're left standing there with no bags of it because you sold at a 20% pump when you didn't know what you were doing. You didn't know how to do technical analysis or whatever the case may be. And I know this is going to fall on deaf ears, guys. I talk to some people who look for guidance in it and stuff. They say, yeah, should I swing trade this, that? And I tell them, no, you shouldn't. And then they give me that glazed over look in their eye, like, oh, he didn't tell me what I wanted to hear. So, So the point is that if you don't know what you're doing, you shouldn't be trying to swing trade. You should be accumulating long-term bags, and waiting, being patient, right? And people don't have those kind of patience a lot of the time. And those are the people that get burned. So back to the market manipulation, right? We get into longs and shorts. So this is where a lot of the market manipulation comes into place. And this is another reason why swing trading is not a great idea if you don't know what you're doing, because that's what these manipulators in the market do, right? They look for the general consensus of what people think the price of whatever altcoin or whichever crypto is going to do, and they lead you to believe that that's what's going to happen. And then they manipulate the market and they do the opposite. Then you get liquidated, you lose your money, or you're trying to swing trade and you lose your money. They shake you out. And the thing is, some people hear market manipulators and stuff and they think, oh yeah, conspiracy theory. Oh, sure. Yes, guys. Yes. Right? Happens all the time. And do you want to know why it happens all the time? Because the same laws that apply to the traditional markets, stock markets and stuff like that, for market manipulation are not being enforced or regulated on the crypto space. So these whales, these entities, these lizard people, they look at the crypto space as an opportunity because it's the Wild West, to quote Gary Gensler. It really is, because there's no rules, right? There's no rules when it comes to manipulating the price of Bitcoin right now. There is none. No one's enforcing anything on it, right? Look at Binance, for example. Binance manipulates the prices of altcoins on a daily basis, and there's no consequences, right? That's why this market is ripe, to quote Gary Gensler. I hate quoting Gary Gensler, but with bad actors, right? And until we get those regulations in place for crypto, for the digital asset space, you're going to see heavy manipulation. And sometimes it's just manipulation to shake out weak hands. I can't tell you how many people I talk to in a daily basis where the market is boring and sideways like it is right now, and they're just fed up with the boring sideways action, and they're like, I'm going to sell, I'm going to get out of this. This is not what I was told it was. That's what they want you to do. That's the point. They hold the market down and sideways just long enough to get you to sell your bags and to them at lower prices, and then they let it pump. And you are left chasing green candles, right? That is why, guys, we help you build over on the Patreon very, very basic, simple strategies. Consistency, make a plan, have patience, be consistent, dollar cost average, find premium projects at low prices, and wait for your investments to mature. If you need help with these kinds of things, guys, come on over to our community. It's an education community. We drop educational videos, tutorial videos on key websites you're going to need to learn how to operate to be successful in this space as tools. How to do research, how to do proper research to identify good projects from bad ones, tokenomics, all that kind of stuff, guys. You need to know all of it, and we teach you how to know that stuff over in our community. Plus so much more. We're live over there every single evening. We drop, again, the educational videos. We drop micro cap gem videos over there you can get into early. Projects like Swiftcoin, Onyx Coin, Zbeck, Nadix, Jasmy, Moonwell, Cookie, like so many XPR, so many great projects we got into very, very early. Like I'm talking like a year and a half ago, we got into a lot of these plays. We've helped a lot of people hit 7-figure portfolios over there, and we want to keep that streak alive, guys. We want to keep it going. We're one of the largest communities in crypto, believe it or not. So come on over and check it out. And on top of all that, you can book one-on-one coaching calls with me personally, guys, for free. So get that done. If you don't like it over there, guys, if you think it's not for you, at the very least, you got a free coaching call where you got a second opinion on your portfolio. You can ask all the questions you want. You can get all the answers that you need, whether it's hot wallets, cold wallets, anything else, gas fees, anything you need to understand, we're there to help you with. So come on over to the community, guys. The link is down below. Also, if you need a cold storage wallet, guys, self-custody, it's always safer if you're new to crypto to keep your crypto in your own custody. A cold storage wallet, guys. We can teach you how to use them over on the Patreon as well. Decent Cold Storage Wallet is the channel sponsor. Use our link down below to get a great deal on those. You can even do staking on your cold storage wallet. And just so much more, guys. So check it out for yourselves. Again, the link is down below for both the Patreon and the Decent self-custody wallets. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.